And honestly, I told y'all don't let us win a fucking championship. And y'all done fucked up and let us win a championship. Hey,
Y'all gonna get this podcast, huh?
They gonna get this podcast. Right. Ain't nobody complain all playoffs, have a couple bad games. Stop doing the podcast. It ain't stopping. Y'all gonna get this podcast. They gonna get it all summer and next year too. It's here. It is what it is.
Dre, congrats, brother.
Thank you, brother. You got fools like Kendrick Perkins come dressing like a clown. Come up here in a gel suit, and then you lead the game early tonight. Stand on your word, brother. You got to stand on that. It's one thing's for certain. I'm going to stand on mine. Full-time champ. I'm out.
Sure if you plan on recording tonight, but if you are, it should be one heck of an episode. I'm about to record
back there.
Should be one heck of an episode, huh?
Yeah, Draymond Green show, live from the NBA Finals. It's about to go down back there, so y'all look out. It's going to be an incredible episode. And I told y'all on there before, don't let us win. Everybody got mad at me for cussing with my kids up here. But you know the rest. Championship. And they let us win a championship, and you going to hear about it. So, tune in. This is going to be epic. Jordan Poole going to be on there. Might have Steph Curry on there. Might have Klay Thompson on there. Might have Olive on there. DJ on there. It's going to be an incredible episode. Watch out. New media. That's what we do. Let's talk about some of these naysayers. Before this series started, I saw ESPN power indexes. Some gave us a 20% chance to win. Why? Who makes those things? What is their job security like? Because you're lying to people. So, is anyone held accountable these days? Anybody held accountable these days? I even saw it was like 2-2. And they're like, 79% chance, 21. Are you crazy? You know who you dealing with? It's us. To count us out like that is just is crazy to me. Where do y'all get these numbers from? Like, are they coming from the people that sit up there and don't know what they talking about? That's how it gotta be calculated. Because those numbers just don't make sense to me. They didn't make sense, and they for damn sure don't make sense now.
Hey, dude, you better forget that. See y'all next year back at the Warriors Invitation. Come on, man. That's what we do. Hey, dude, you better forget that. See y'all next year back at the Warriors Invitation. Come on, man. That's what we do.
And honestly, I told y'all don't let us win a fucking championship. And y'all done fucked up and let us win a championship. Hey, and boy, don't let us win a fucking championship. Because you got to fucking hear it from me. Game 3, it just caught me off guard. You know, like you've heard crowds boo, and I had never heard an entire crowd yelling "F you, Draymond." Like that was a different thing. And then so you couple that with having a so-so game, and it's like, oh man. And then I thought, when I speak of the new media, then. And going into game 4, it was made out like, oh, he's having this terrible series. But if you know basketball and you watch game 1, I did not have a bad game 1, and I had an incredible game 2. And game 3 was kind of like terrible, awful. And game 4 was like not my best effort, but not totally terrible, And game 5, I was pretty solid. Came out with great energy. Game 6, I dominated. Hey, I knew we was going to win the championship when I landed in Boston, and they had buses called Yankees. I knew what was up. Dubs in 6, ho. But if you read these narratives, I think Stephen A. said, like, he's having the most horrific finals of an NBA starter in the history. Like, dude, you ain't got to be that. You ain't got to exaggerate that much. That's ridiculous, But you'll hear more about that on the podcast tonight. But Nick Wright comes out and say, Steph Curry's, that's it. He'll never see the finals again. And Andrew Wiggins, 3 years, $95 million left on his deal. Why would they go do that worst trade and blah, blah, blah? I hope you're willing to stand on that word, brother. Stand on that and tell us why you thought that. Tell us why you thought that. Tell us why this whole series you've been yapping and yapping, and then all of a sudden you want to switch to the Dubs. Tell us why. Because what's in question is your basketball knowledge. Controversy. Basketball is a beautiful game. If you know the game of basketball, basketball will give you enough to talk about. The problem is all of these people talking about basketball that don't know basketball. And so what do? You chase controversy. The new media, we don't do that. That's why you see J.J. Redick flourishing. That's why you see C.J. McCollum flourishing. That's why you see me flourishing. So we don't do that. We simply talk the game that we know and embrace it and teach. That's what these spots are about. How do you teach the game? How do you teach the fans the game? These people that think they know the game of basketball but don't really know. How does J.J. Redick go up there and teach the game? That's the new media. We give flowers when flowers are due. We don't have to try to build a guy up for a week to tear him down next week so I got something to talk about. That's the new media. Respect. Integrity. Respect and integrity on the job, about the job. I remember days when you didn't go on a TV show and cheer for another team. You go on and give analysis. Nobody give a damn who you cheering for. It was just about staying the course. And I knew that I hadn't had a great game yet. I had good games. I was clamping and doing things, but I hadn't quite put it all together yet. And for me, I said, what better time than to put it together tonight? I don't think I heard F you Draymond all night. They couldn't. So, it's easy to chant F you when somebody having a bad game, but can you do that when they having a great game? I didn't hear much of it tonight. Maybe I was just that locked in. But second team to win and close it out in TD Garden, right? Why not us? Who better than us? 4 times. Who better than us? 4 times. Feels incredible. It's been a long road back here. A lot of doubt, a lot of naysayers, but ultimately we did what we do. And it's a beautiful thing. Have a couple bad games. Stop doing the podcast. It ain't stopping. Y'all gonna get this podcast. All right, sit. All right, y'all sit down. Good to
Woo! And we did that.
Here we go. Walk the door and check. Walk it. During those times, a lot of fucking people wrote us off. The dynasty's over. Draymond's washed. He can't do this. He can't do that. Steph Curry has no help. He can't carry a team. You go down the list. You have to know the disrespect is unbelievable by the way Clay keeps speaking out on it. Clay doesn't talk about any fucking thing. Clay doesn't even fucking talk. Hey, man, it's a lot of basketball left to be played. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like, man, we're sitting in first place at game 60. Like, it's game 15. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What I do know is we have a damn good team. And we will continue to grow. We will get Clay back. We will get Wiseman back. And those are 2 more important pieces to what we're trying to rebuild here. And I think if we continue to work, we can give ourselves a real chance. And boy, don't let us win a fucking championship. Because you got to fucking hear it from me. Beautiful. Look at that. That's the champagne. No, that's the people.